Hello all, I am Nandha Kishore from First Time English. I am going to explain the scene 7 of the Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams. Scene 7 is the last scene of this play. The scene 7 begins by the Laura. She has been made a beautiful, she has been glowing by the floor lamp and she has been denoted as rose colored silk. Tennessee Williams has used a metaphor through symbols to indicate her. She was glowing like a doll and she was very much brightens her face, that lamp. And the symbols he used is delicate right represents Laura. Rose represents Laura as well as blue roses. Blue roses is the name kept by uh, Jim. And in the scene 7, unicorn represents Laura. Laura is an impossible oddity. The scene 7 opens like how the Laura and Jim has been spending time together. Now we get into the scene 7. Dinner is being prepared from the Amanda and they were living in there and they were staying in the living room couch. The lamp glow gives an eternal beauty to her. Suddenly, the lights cut off, the electricity gone. Amanda asks Jim to bring the candle and check the fuses. He said that he hasn't paid the electric bill. Amanda thought that he has forgot to pay the bill, but actually he spent the money to watch a movie. Amanda sends Jim to the parlor with a candlebella and a little wine to keep up Laura company to the Amanda and to the Tom to clean up. In the living room, Jim and Laura spends time. He gives her a glass of wine, which made Jim to be very much fond to drink that. Laura soon relaxes Jim by engaging his presence. Jim and Laura had spent a lot of time, and Laura always feels inferior complex, and uh, Laura always hesitates to speak. He talks to her about the Century of Progress exhibition in Chicago, calls her an old-fashioned girl. It reminds him too that they were know each other in the high school itself. He has forgotten, but Laura mentions a nickname which given by him. The nickname is Blue Roses. Suddenly got the idea and it struck to him that he has kept a name for her, Blue Roses. It throw back to them their high school and Jim's glories. Laura also remembers the discomfort, embarrassment she felt over on the braces on her leg. Jim tells that she was too far self-conscious and that everybody has the problem. Laura persuades him to sign a program for play he performed in his during school days. He explains that he was never actually engaged in the play to the girl he had announced an engagement out of wishful thinking. After recalling about their school days, Laura tells to Jim about her glass collection. Jim came to understand that she has an inferiority complex and that low rates herself. He says that he also had the same problem in his school days. After his post high school, he made a self confident and he came out of that. He launches into his vision of his own future in television production. Laura listens attentively to the Jim speech. He asks herself about again. Laura started to exhibit her collection of glass animals. She shows him her favorite one, which is nothing but unicorn. He points out that unicorns are extinct in modern times. Unicorns are nowadays not available, like it has become as extinct species. But Jim points out very much clearly. Jim notices the music coming from the dance hall across the alley. They both started to dance while having the wine. Jim bumps into the table where the unicorn is resting. Suddenly the unicorn falls and its horns break off. Laura is unfazed, though, and she says the unicorn can be a regular cause. She didn't reacted too much because she was engaging her time with Jim. So she mentioned that Jim extremely apologized her, but she also left it as it is a normal problem. Jim tells her that she is different from anyone else he knows. Even though she is pretty, she has a inferiority complex. And he said that if she were his sister, he would teach her to have some self-confidence value her own uniqueness. He would have helped her to. Later, Jim had an idea of kissing her. Jim kisses Laura on her lips. Dazed, and Laura sinks down onto the sofa. He immediately begins cheating himself out of what he has done. He has sit next to her on her sofa. Jim confesses that he is involved with an relationship that with an Irish girl named Betty. He tells her that his lady loves Betty and he has made a new man for him. And Laura places a dehorned unicorn in his hand and telling him, take this as my memento for him. Amanda enters in high spirits, carrying refreshments. Jim quickly becomes an actor in her presence because he has confessed that he is going to get married with another girl, not Laura. He says he must leave now and explains that he has to pick up the Betty at the train station. Despite her disappointment, Amanda bids a farewell and he sends off him very politely. Left the home. Amanda called Tom from the kitchen and accused him playing a joke on him. Tom was Tom was unaware that Jim was engaged with Betty. He doesn't know any much about anyone at the warehouse. He heads to the door intending spend another night at the movies. Amanda accuses him being a dreamer and rails against his selfishness as he leaves. Tom returns her scolding. Amanda told him that instead of going to movie, it's better if you go to the moon. For all he cares about her and him. Tom leaves instantly by slamming the door. Tom delivers his passionate closing monologue from the fire escape, landing as Amanda inaudibly comforts Laura inside the apartment. Tom explains that he was fired soon after the warehouse for writing a poem on his shoebox lid, and then he left the family. Tom left the family and he ran away. He says that he has traveled for a long time pursuing something that he cannot identify, but he has found that he cannot leave Laura behind. No matter wherever he goes, some pieces of glass and the quality of light makes it seems he believes that his sister is at his side. On that day, in the living room, Laura blows the candle out of his Tom bids her goodbye. Thus the play ends. Each character in this glass menagerie is trying to escape from their reality in his or her own way. Like Laura build up an own imagination world by collecting of glass of animals. Amanda has recalling her past days, like glorious days of her youth. Jim has his own dream of an executive position. Only and only Tom has trouble finding to root of his way escape. Thus the play ends the glass menagerie.